Hey guys, have you tried Yoga with Adriene? Well, you're in luck because Adriene is here today to take you through a 30-minute yoga session to unwind.
What's up everyone? Thanks so much for having me. This is an amazing practice. You don't need a lot, just a yoga mat and something comfy to wear. Let's get started. Let's begin in a nice comfortable seat. Maybe take your time getting in here to this position, since our whole theme and offering invitation today is to kind of slow down and balance out all of our other workouts and the rigmarole of the outside world and just kind of tend to our inner space. So we'll just sit up nice and tall, relax the shoulders, and take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And there's an option here to close your eyes or soften your gaze, just to kind of help guide yourself from the busy outer world into your body and what's going on today. And I always say a little goes a long way. So, it may seem like you're not doing a lot or you're not using your time wisely. And to that, I just say trust that this time is valuable. This time and space to just slow down and smooth out the hard edges so that you can have energy to do your other workouts and the other tasks that life requires, asks of you. So this is a little tune-in moment to just allow the dust to settle and to notice what's going on in not just your physical body, but your emotional body or your mental headspace. And in Yoga with Adriene, we like to just constantly remind each other that there's no right or wrong, and the beauty of yoga is you're really just tapping into whatever's going on today. So if you can do your best just doing that, you're doing it right, and all will be well. Great, then I'll invite the two of us and everyone who's practicing along to consider it's not what we do on the yoga mat today, like the moves or the poses, but how we do it. So we'll slowly lift the right hand, and how we place it on the lower belly is everything. So kind of slowing things down. And if you did it really fast, don't worry, everyone does it. It's kind of the whole point, is to go, oh gosh, I'm so, in that taskmaster mode that it's hard to slow down. And then same thing with the hand on the heart. It's like how you lift it and place it. Yeah, gorgeous. Is everything. And so the idea is that how you do something totally has everything to do with how you feel when you land in that moment. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Just kind of telling the mind and body, oh, okay, this time is going to be slow, it's going to be gentle, it's going to be kind. We still might work up a bit of a sweat, but we're just tending to a different kind of space in the body, soothing the nervous system, especially this time of year. Can't hurt it, can't hurt anything. And then we'll take an inhale in through our nose together. And exhale out through the mouth with a little sound. Again, don't be shy, big inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And one more, surprise yourself, big inhale. And maybe a little sigh this time. And when we make that sigh, it's not just kind of like this thing we do in yoga. We're literally, signaling the brain, and the brain is going, oh, okay, that feels good. We're gonna chill out. We're gonna take the hands now, place them gently on the knees. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, big breath. And exhale, now yogi's choice, out through the nose or mouth. And again, squeeze and lift. And exhale, relax your shoulders, any tension in the shoulders. One more time, inhale, squeeze and lift. And exhale. Beautiful, now we're gonna draw just little small circles with the nose. So it can be a little awkward at first, but just tiny circles with the nose. So we're kind of avoiding the big 80s head roll, even though that's super fun. But we're also kind of connecting to the subtle body here. So instead of the big gross movement, that is good most of the time, we're kind of softening and starting small, and then you can reverse the circle, of course. And then if you're feeling adventurous and brave, everyone, myself included, you can close your eyes. as you draw your big circles, and you might hear some sound effects there. And then just notice, like Anna's heart is nice and lifted here. This didn't collapse, so just notice if your chest, your sternum has started to collapse here, and no big deal. Just remind yourself gently to keep that lift so that the spine can be nice and long and tall. Just a couple more breaths here as we begin to layer movement. Keep returning back to the sound of your breath, nice and easy breezy. Think of it like taking your vitamins or drinking a nice tall glass of water. Sweet, and then we'll bring the head over the heart and the heart over the pelvis. And you don't have to be like super experienced yogi, you know, to do this type of postural work, but just imagining your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis is a nice way to like create a healthy flow of energy up and down the spine. So you can do that in your car, you can do that in other workouts. And again, it's not super fancy, it doesn't have a fancy name. I just like to say to myself quietly, head over heart and heart over pelvis or your center. All right, we're gonna take the left hand, we'll bring it off the mat or just gently to the side, and give yourself a little bit of space today since we're not like doing pretzel yoga. I don't ever do pretzel yoga, but you know, like give yourself some time and space. We'll inhale, take up space, own it, everybody. As you inhale, reach all the way up first and then over. And then you can stay here, letting the breath move you, or you can find what feels good here, maybe soft, easy movement. One little like intermediate or advanced move, it can be pretty advanced, is to lift the corners of the mouth just slightly as you warm up here. Just a little soft inner smile. And take one more breath and maybe pull the right thumb back a little bit here to lift your heart up. And then use an exhale to draw your navel in and come back. And then feel that out. A lot of times we just go right into the next thing. I'm guilty of it too. So we're just slowing it down today. Yeah. And then right hand will come out, lots of space. And again, it's not what we do, but how we do it we're considering today as we slowly reach the left fingertips up, 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 and then over. And then lots of body awareness through the neck, so the neck is an extension of the spine. So if it's collapsing here, just consider maybe creating space and length. Yeah, gorgeous.
One side always feels a little tighter than the other.
Yeah, totally. And then we'll take one more inhale to pull the left thumb back maybe, just get a little lower back stretch, lift the chest, And then use the exhale, try to be true to your breath here, it takes practice, but exhale, navel draws back, and we come back really from the middle, trying to move from the center. Sweet, now let's take the fingertips forward.
Good.
We're gonna drop them down towards the ground, and we call this thriller arms. We kind of just plug the shoulders in and really press through the wrists. And again, this seems like a very easy or simple move, but to find length through the spine, to be present with your breath, anchored through the legs and the hips, it's a lot. So breathe deep, and then we'll flip the script here. Just kind of like talk to the hand. And if you want a little more, you do a lot of activity too. You can, you know, of course, take opposite hand, opposite finger.
We don't do this enough.
Yeah, a little goes a long way. And for those of you who are like shaking here, just sitting up tall, you are not weak, you're human. So just keep breathing, lifting your heart. This will be the first thing to collapse always. It's like that in life too, like when we get tired, right? Your chest, or when you get sad or surprised, we're like, oh. So it's a good thing to counteract.
Keep it open.
All right, then we're just gonna take the momentum of the fingertips reaching forward to come all the way forward and onto all fours. And we might have to back the truck up a little bit here, but we'll center ourselves on the mat. And then, you know, God is in the details, or the devil, depending on your mood. So really spread your fingertips super wide, like starfish, and we'll bring the wrists right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hip points. And then press into the tops of the feet. And here, we're gonna slow it down, just kind of, you know, smoothing things out a little bit here. So in this, we're gonna lift the front body up to meet the back body. Yeah, beautiful. And you can see there's no lower back dip and no upper back body dip. So if your lower back's kind of dipping here, just think about drawing your navel up, 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 up towards your, Great, then we're gonna test this by curling the toes under and lifting the knees here just to hover. And remember, the neck is an extension of the spine here. You might start to shake. We're just kind of activating the core for a nice, strong, healthy back, but also for a healthy flow of energy so that we can feel Good, we're here for 5, breathing deep, clawing through the fingertips, 4. Beautiful, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, lower the knees, press into the tops of the feet. And cat-cow, here we come. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. And exhale, rounding through. Beautiful, press into the tops of the feet as you inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. And exhale, round through, claw through the fingertips. And we'll do one more with your breath. Inhaling. And rounding through on the exhale. Awesome, beautiful. Now we'll inhale a nice neutral spine again. Again, lifting the front body up to meet the back body. We'll walk the hands out just about a hand's length, just a little bit. And then turn the hands out just a bit for today's practice and give yourself lots of space. So no narrow dogs today, again, taking up some space. Okay. And we'll curl the toes under again, take a deep breath in, smile, and then exhale, lift the knees, hips up high, downward facing dog. And then right away today, soft and easy. Maybe drop the yoga pose here, like forget what you think you know about yoga, and I will too, and everyone participating, and just think about this moment as exploring your body in space. So you can be as weird. I'm from Austin, Texas, so you know we get really, really weird. But you can be kind of big with your movements or soft. Just listen to your body. We were talking earlier about, you know, your calves being sore. Yes. So yeah, you're gonna anchor those heels down. And so you're really also, again, signaling to your brain that you're the one in charge, that we're syncing up this mind and body to really serve. So sometimes, you know, we'll do our workouts and we want to get our heart rate up and stuff, but the beauty of yoga is it kind of balances everything out by asking you to really be present with what's going on.
Oh, feels good.
Right here, right now. All right, take one more breath here. Claw through the fingertips. Take any pressure out of the wrists, guys, by pressing into your fingerprints. And then we're gonna just slowly lift the right leg, and we're gonna step the right foot in front of the left foot, and then we're gonna crisscross step all the way up to the top of the mat. And there's gonna be a tendency here, guys, to rush this. So slow it down, get a little weird. And you just kind of pay attention to the nuance here, stretching through the fascia of the foot, the Achilles, the calves again.
Ooh, yeah.
The IT band, the hamstrings, of course. And then eventually we'll come all the way up to the top of the mat. And let's actually do feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward. And then we'll relax everything down. You can, of course, clasp the elbows here, maybe opposite hand on opposite elbow, rock a little side to side. I invite everyone to bend the knees generously, some lower back love.
Oh yeah, that feels really good.
And some space in the glutes if you bend the knees a little more. And then just close your eyes if you're feeling brave for a second here and release the arms. And any stress or tension that you might be carrying with you, you don't even have to identify it. Maybe you're carrying it on your back in a nice, like, cute little chic canvas backpack. Just imagine 2 little angels like flying over and taking that backpack, that weight, that extra weight that you're carrying around, and just lifting it up off your back so that as you bend your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, really root down through all 4 corners of the feet, you slowly roll up with a sense of lightness, or just be open to that as you slowly stack up through the spine. And yes, amazing tempo, my friend, because we also tend to rush this, right? How many vinyasa classes have we been to where we're just like, all right, next thing. So
light as a feather.
Yeah, and then even if you still are carrying some heaviness, right? It's human. You just at least offer yourself an opportunity to let go of a little bit of weight. And then definitely feel the flush of energy, the blood flow. Yeah. Just take the time. And then we're gonna draw the navel in and up. We call this Uddiyana Bandha in yoga, but you don't really need to know that. It's just a little belly lock, little core activation. So whatever that means to you, little core activation. And then we're gonna take the hands out and we're gonna do, this is actually a sneaky little Kundalini yoga move, but it's really great for holiday time or just time where there's just a lot going on or a lot going on in the world, whatever. And it's called knocking on heaven's door. So you wanna keep a soft bend in the knees and a little activation in your core. And we see kids do this all the time, but yeah, we're gonna take the hands side to side and start to amp up our breath a little bit. So nice conscious breath Yeah, and again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You just want to keep a little soft bend in the knees to protect the knee and a little core activation for your spine.
Yeah, that like the arms just kind of drag you.
Yeah, and so it's great for the spine. It's great for the flow of energy that goes up and down the spine, which is not just a yogic thing. Now it's like there's so many cultures and now scientists too that say, yes, paying attention to the flow of energy that runs up and down the spinal cord is pretty important, right? So keep the chest lifted. Little smile's always good, goes a long way. And then we're just gonna amp up the tempo here if you're open to it. And then I always joke, I don't know what this says about me, but it's like you just kind of want to slap your own booty a little bit.
You're really, yeah. And your arms are just completely loose.
Yeah,
no
basically
tension.
beat your own butt. No. and then here's another place where we welcome a little heat, but also we have an opportunity to let something go, something that's not serving you. Any weight, just choose to let it go. You might even whisper that quietly to yourself. I choose to let it go. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, we're gonna come back to center. Open the hands, just stand up nice and tall and feel the effects.
A little tingly.
Yeah. The prana, the energy. Beautiful, let's bend the knees and we'll take a big inhale to reach for the sky. Here we go, my friend. Inhale, reach. Palms are gonna come together and we'll exhale, forward fold. So bring the palms together all the way down through the midline today. Just nice and focused, kind of just helping any distraction in the mind. Beautiful, then we'll bend the knees. We're gonna walk the feet in just a bit. Plant the palms and we'll step the right foot back and the left foot back for plank. Breathing deep here. We might rock front, rock back, and just like in our tabletop position, we're gonna lift the front body up to meet the back body here. Yeah, beautiful. And then remember everyone, your neck is a nice long extension of the spine, so it's nice and long. You could balance a little teacup on the back of your neck here, maybe. Most everyone's like, no way, like crazy woman. All right, and then you can lower the knees here first if you like, or lower all the way down. Keep the elbows hugging into the side body here. And then press into the earth, tuck the chin, and roll up to a nice small baby cobra. Big inhale, and exhale to release. Gorgeous. Let's curl the toes under, lift the kneecaps, tone the quads, and we're gonna press up into our power here. Press all the way up. I am strong. Maybe whisper quietly to yourself, and we'll take it to down dog. Awesome. So again, a lot of us know these moves, these poses, but today, again, just a little reminder, the invitation is to consider not what you do, but how you do it. So how you anchor through the left heel and inhale, slide the right leg up high is everything. So a lot of times we'll just like inhale, jerk our right leg up. So today we're gonna kind of focus on the quality of movement as we slide the right leg up. Yeah, gorgeous. Beautiful. Big breath in, claw through the fingertips. Exhale to step it all the way up and through to our lunge. Nice and slow, planting with tender, loving care. And we'll pivot on the back foot. And then keep the inner thighs engaged as we rise up, maybe even roll up, warrior one. So again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, it's just we're playing, right? We'll inhale, reach with the arms. Today we're kind of moving from the middle, kind of balancing it out. All right, warrior one. Don't forget it's a warrior here, so embrace the archetype. And then exhale, warrior two, we'll open up to the left. We'll pull the pinkies back here and we can return to that head over heart, heart over pelvis idea here. So sometimes we tend to reach a little forward or back, no biggie, but just thinking, oh, I'm gonna create a healthy flow of energy up and down the spine. And then I'll let you lead the way for this peaceful warrior. We're gonna reach forward, up and back. We'll keep the front knee bent. Yeah, beautiful. Big inhale. Exhale the cartwheel all the way down, nice and slow, careful not to rush. And then here's our little detox twist. With the back knee lowered or lifted, we're gonna inhale, reach right fingertips to the sky. Big breath. Inhaling lots of love in. I like to do a little twinkle at the top. Life's too short. And then exhale to bring it down. Yes, beautiful. Press away from the mat. We'll step the right toes back. And then option here to repeat what we just did, which was belly to cobra, or now maybe shift forward on the toes, look forward, hug the elbows in, and slow and control. We'll lower halfway and inhale to up dog. You can also stick with the cobra. And we'll find soft, easy movement here and that gentle inner smile. Yeah. And then on an exhale, so in your own time, downward facing dog. So we almost have to retrain ourselves to move at our own pace, our own tempo.
Yeah, and slow down a little bit.
So this practice is a good little structure for that. So again, we'll anchor through the right heel, and then how you lift the left leg is everything. Nice and slow. I always say we jerk ourselves around off the yoga mat so much, you know, just in life, like gotta get here, get in the car, you know. Why do we do it on the yoga mat?
Yes, this is the time for the nervous system to slow.
Yeah, so we'll claw through the fingertips and move with the breath again. Inhale, exhale, squeezing to step it all the way up. Nice and engaged. Nice and slow, don't rush this, pivot on the back foot. Beautiful. And then it's like we've cultivated this energy from the ground up. So from an alignment stance, yes, we're building everything from the ground up, but it's also an energetic thing, you know? We'll inhale, reach, warrior one, and then exhale, warrior two. And if it's hard for you to slow down, just know you're not alone. Yeah, it's a lot harder sometimes. And then here we go, we'll flip the script. So keep the front knee bent, everyone, as you reach forward, up and back. Big breath, big stretch here, inhale. And then exhale, cartwheel, and pivot all the way back down to your lunge. Nice. Right hand comes down. And with the big breath in, we find our twist, left fingertips to the sky. Beautiful. And gorgeous extension in the neck here. Inhale, little spirit fingers or wiggle the fingertips, just reminding, full body experience. And then we'll come all the way back down. Beautiful. Plant, step it back. Now, you can go straight to downward dog here. If you want a little more heat today, you're gonna take one more vinyasa, so belly to cobra or chaturanga to up dog. But the whole point is that you're really listening to where you're at today, so listen to your body. And then we'll take it to down dog, meet up with our homies there. And then a nice lion's breath, guys. So inhale in through your nose. Don't think, just give it a whirl. Exhale out through your mouth and stick your tongue out, way out. Beautiful, one more time, inhale. Again, let something go. Awesome. Now, this time we're gonna anchor through the right heel and cross the left foot over the right, and we're just gonna repeat the crisscross. And again, we have one more opportunity to just really pay attention to the nuance of the feet, the ankles, the Achilles, the calf, the hamstrings, outer hip, the glute. I also find this very humbling because at one point you're like,
Yes, I was like, wait.
Right, it's not all graceful and beautiful on the yoga mat always. And then this time, feet hip width apart or flush together, doesn't matter to me, just nice conscious footing. And I like to offer for the yogi to make that decision because again, we're signaling to the brain something very specific. We'll let it all go. And then root to rise here, really press into your feet, spread the fingertips. Here we go, inhale, reach for the sky. Life is good, big, big, big stretch. Inhale, lots of love in. And then we'll capture something up above. Palms come together, and we'll bring it right back to the heart. Nice, and then if you can, just take a moment here to close your eyes, observe your breath. Notice where your thoughts go. And then just return back to this moment. Think about how many people are practicing this yoga video together. If you're feeling alone or lonely, you're not alone. We're all in this together. Sweet, then we're gonna bring the left thumb to the sternum here. And I like to really press my left thumb into the sternum to keep that little reminder of, keep it lifted. And then we're gonna squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. And then we're gonna slowly lift the right leg up kind of like a flamingo. And you might just stay here. Or you're gonna grab your right ankle, start with the ankle, and just gonna come into a little quad stretch here, bringing the right heel to the right glute. And then everyone squeeze into the midline. And you can find a little focal point. Of course, we all know this, find a little place to maybe focus your gaze upon it helps. And this might just be where you stay, right here, getting a nice quad stretch. Think upward lift through the front body and downward through the back body. So I always joke, it's a bad joke, I admit, but I always think it's like Kate on the boat in the front body, and then nice and grounded in the back. You know, like Kate Winslet on the
Yes.
Okay. You're like, I know, Adrian, it's stupid. No. Okay.
Just focusing on the balance.
Yeah, everyone's like, I'm balancing. Okay, you can stay here at your bus stop. And if you fell, just come right back into it. And we're gonna flip the right hand to the inner arch for the next bus stop and start to open up through the right shoulder, the right chest, pec. And then squeeze the inner thighs to the midline again. Find your breath, squeeze and lift. You might just stay here. Or we might experiment by kicking the right foot out and then counterbalancing that by sending the left hand gracefully forward. So we're coming into a little dance or a little standing bow. And think of your belly as like a long puppy belly here. So lengthen through the front, activate the shoulder blades, and then kick, kick, kick the right foot out as you keep your sternum open, length through the crown. Gorgeous, beautiful. And then breathe, you got it. And then tap into that inner smile for one more breath. Kick, kick, kick. And then we'll do our best, but if you fall out of it, no worries, we'll catch you, but we'll do our best to come back through with control. Bringing the right knee right underneath us, sliding the right foot in, and then bringing the hands back to the heart. Namaste. Ah, beautiful. Let's give it a try on the other side.
I feel heat.
So we do these poses all the time in our vinyasa, but just kind of like slowing it down
Focusing.
is nice. And it can be frustrating too because balancing poses don't lie. It kind of sucks. You're like, okay, it's gonna be this kind of day. All right, so right thumb to the sternum again. We kind of know where we're headed, so we'll do this a little bit faster, but you don't have to rush. Just if you know where you're going, you can go ahead. We'll peel the left knee up. Subtext for that was, I won't keep you standing in a balancing pose for that long. We'll slide the right hand to the ankle. Just keep checking in. And then squeeze everything into the midline here. So this might be your bus stop. You might stay here, activate your core, stretch through the quad, open the chest by activating the shoulder blades. Breathe deep, notice who comes to mind, what comes to mind, and then come back to the sound of your breath. And then maybe we want to continue the journey here by flipping the hand to the left inner arch, opening up through the chest. And just think of the body language here. Don't think about the pose. Just, this body language feels good. It's open, it's proud, it's available. The shoulders want to creep up, but we'll relax the shoulders down, down, down. And let's take it away, sister. Slowly kicking out. We'll counterbalance the kicking of the leg out by taking the hand forward. Just balancing our center of gravity. And from that experiment of balancing your center, that's where the pose comes from.
Such a good stretch.
And kick it up and out and lift the corners of the mouth just a hair here for one more breath. And then we'll slowly release.
That side's way less balanced.
Same for me. That side was tight for me. And then we'll just gather everything in, hands at the heart. Namaste. Deep breath. Exhale, just let it all go. We just literally let all of that experimentation go. Kind of feel where you're warm. Maybe feel your heartbeat. Sweet. And then we'll inhale. Fingertips are going to go down to come up. Reach for the sky. Big breath. Big stretch. Exhale. Clap the palms together this time. Right over the head. Yeah, and then we'll take it down through the midline. Gorgeous. So fingertips are going to come to the earth, and we're going to step the feet. Very fancy yoga term. Heel toe, the feet out. You know it. And I like to go ahead and invite the toes to spill off the mat here. And then you're going to keep strong awareness of the knees going over the middle of your foot as we, of course, start to bend and drop. Drop it like it's hot. Get in there. Oh, I know both you and I are sore in the legs and the inner thighs, so that's good.
Yeah.
So it's not that we're ignoring the quality and the benefits of the stretch, not at all. But we're just going deeper. You know, we're kind of like balancing. So for those practicing along, if the heels want to come up, let them come up. If tears want to come out of your eyes, let them. No, just kidding. But if the heels want to come up, let them. You can also bring the hands to the legs or hands to heart, which is where we'll come for a couple breaths. So this is a root chakra pose, super awesome in stressful times, just kind of connecting right to your roots, like what are you made of? What kind of person
Getting right in
you
the
really
hips.
want to be. Yeah, and then
That's the
hips,
emotion, right? In
feet.
the hips, a lot of the emotion.
Yeah, totally.
hips.
And all kind of base of the spine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Inner thigh, hips. So we're gonna spend a couple breaths here, and you can also send some good juju out to someone in the world here in root chakra pose, because what you give is what you get. Sweet. And then to release, we're gonna swim the fingertips forward, keep active in the toes just to protect the knees, and we're gonna swim them around. And just for fun, we're gonna catch a little boat variation here, so we'll come on the bum, and you can either bring the hands behind the thighs or send them forward. And we're just here for 5, 4, maybe we extend on the 1, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, look at us, we're all here. And then we let that go. Cross the ankles. And back to 1, sit nice and tall. Beautiful. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, think about how you bring your hands to your heart. I know I sound weird, but it's my speciality. Yeah, gorgeous, so beautiful. So the way you move matters. Not only does it keep us safe and our bodies healthy, but our mind and soul kind of nourished too, you know? Makes life, the quality of life, better. So take one more breath here. If you're feeling brave, close your eyes or soften your gaze. And again, think head over heart, heart over pelvis. And quietly whisper to yourself, so you don't have to say it out loud, but just quietly whisper to yourself, I'm awesome. So grateful to be here practicing with you today and practicing with all of you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy. We will finish our class by bowing the head to the heart. Mind intelligence to the body intelligence. We rock. Awesome. Namaste.
Namaste.